Hi everyone, can everyone hear me? Just want to come closer if you don't hear that well. My name is Sabine, I'm a product manager for the digital license platform team. And I'm going to be presenting with Adrian today on what DLP stands for. So I just solved the mystery. So DLP stands for Digital License Platform. And just what we want to showcase today is just show you that, yes, a backend platform can be something fun. So DLP is a backend it's a system that sits in the backend and that helps support all the digital licenses that people can generate on their mobile applications. So there is at the moment a big project that lots of people would have heard about, the digitization of digital driver licenses. Would anyone know of any other licenses that have been digitized at the moment?
Maritime?
Yeah, so boat license. Yeah. Fishing licenses.
Competency cards.
Sorry?
Competency cards.
So is that linked to the driver license? So these ones I don't think have been digitized at the moment.
RSA.
So, sorry.
RCG.
So it is. Any other one?
Fire.
Children? Not digitized.
Contentious one.
Working with children, check, correct.
I missed one.
So these are all the licenses that have been digitized and that have been made available on the mobile application at the moment. This one coming end of March. So working with children, fishing, boating, driving, alcohol and gambling, and vessel registration, so registering robots. So I'll just take you through a bit of a journey to explain to you where the digital license platform sits. So just to explain to you, so there is the customer. So our customers is everyone who holds a license and who registers through the application through their My Service New South Wales account. There's another party here, which is license checker. So it's the relying party, the person who's going to want to check that you have the rights to drive, the rights to work with children, and the rights to perform certain operations based on entitlements. And the third party is a license issuer. So for example, RMS, so who gives you the right for a certain time validity to drive your car. So, and for all of these three parties to talk together and to share information, there is what we call in the middle the digital license platform. So what the digital license platform does is share your digital driver or digital licenses information securely, reliably, and ensure that there is consistent checks of licenses done, and that we do offer guidelines around how we should use digital licenses in the future. So if I just show in big blocks where all these parties sit, so the license checker and license holder can perform both actions directly from their mobile applications. So we still have in here, delivered by Service New South Wales, the digital license platform here. And this would talk directly to license issuers. So for all of these different licenses, can anyone tell me who our license issuers for car license and boat license might be?
RMS.
RMS, correct. For alcohol and gambling licenses.
Liquor and gaming.
For fishing licenses. So fishing licenses, primary industries. Working with children check.
Office of Children Guardian.
Correct. So these are the license issuers we interact with at the moment. And we're looking at digitizing more licenses in the future. So we interact with these, but we do also interact with the mobile application. So from the mobile application, customers are able to perform actions like logging in, changing their PINs, logging out, but they can also opt in for licenses, digital licenses, and they can download their license on it. Checkers can also use that license to scan someone's QR codes, license QR codes, and check license validity. And in order to provide these, what the digital license platform does is we do provide a set of APIs that the mobile team is able to call. Anyone here knows what an API is?
Programming
That's right. So you can imagine these are a tiny bit like a big menu from a restaurant. So if you just go to a fancy restaurant, you will see a nice big menu with different pictures of the different meals you can order, So what you can do is just say, I want this dish, and you don't need to know what the chef or how the chef is going to cook it in the back end. All you want is for it to come back to you. And because it's a very fancy restaurant, what you can also do is come to that restaurant with your own ingredients and say, I actually want you to cook something with what I brought to you today. So that's how it works. So we do allow developers to use these different set of operations, providing the parameters they want to use. So for example, I want some information on that particular customer. I want some information based on this or that. So what we do is keep information on all digital transactions. So we keep that for big audit trail in our databases. We do offer big security components to ensure the digital licenses are signed when they're displayed on your mobile devices. And we do constant monitoring of the platform to ensure it is always available. So because we also have lots of depending partners who need digital licenses to be available, to be able to help identify people who needs to obtain certain benefits or services themselves. So for example, when you go to Westpac and need to open an account in a branch, you would need to identify yourself, and you could now do that with your digital license. Same thing here, if you need to rent a car, if you go to the airport, well, we do actually have way more partners we have to integrate with to be able to offer them digital license verification tools in future. So I'll hand over to Adrian to talk a bit more in details around all the security we have in the platform.
Hello everybody, my name is Adrian De Sico. I'm principal engineer of the DLP platform, and as part of the team, our goal is to not let service news always be in the news.
For the wrong reasons.
Yes, it can be. So, a couple of weeks ago, you might have heard that Google, for example, have a global outage. So services like Gmail, Google Drive, and YouTube, and others, they were not accessible, and a lot of people lost their activity due to this. Also, what about our pictures? Well, also Facebook and Instagram, they went down, and well, many people couldn't access their funny videos and cat pictures. Big loss. On a more serious note, a couple of years ago, it was reported that a journalist was able to buy his own data from Medicare for $30, and well, of course, the police had to act immediately. Also, spectacular failure about the census a couple of years ago also. I remember not being able to enter my data for almost a week because of a denial of service attack. So our question is, what do we do to prevent this? Digital is not that easy apparently. So there are a couple of techniques that this team is implementing. For example, we have encryption. We have two kinds of encryption, in transit and at rest. That means that if anybody steals your phone, or if anybody runs away with one of our servers, or if anybody is spying on the traffic, they won't be able to understand anything because all the data is encrypted. Also, our digital IDs stored on the phone, they are also digitally signed, which means that nobody can tamper with them. And encryption is important, but we also make sure that the keys that hold that encryption safe are properly stored. So we use second factor authentication. Same as when you guys use your home banking, we make sure to have a unique, good, strong password, but we also have a second password, which is, for example, our mobile phone or other kind of identity. Also, on top of the encryption, we make sure to filter the request. So if we have hackers that are very smart and try to maybe try to trick our application, our platform, we make sure to filter out all those requests. So we keep the DLP data safe, and also all the other agencies like RMS safe. And also it's very important to evolve. So for our platform, imagine that it's Saturday night and many people are trying to go into the club and showing their IDs, and also at the same time the police is taking a lot of RBTs, and let's say that the teenagers really like this new mobile application and they want to show off their digital IDs. Well, that can cause a spike of traffic, same as what happened with the census. So we make sure that our platform can evolve, can automatically scale from maybe a couple of servers, 50 to 5,000 of more if we need. So we have this cute lizard, Charmeleon, that can become a mighty dragon in just a couple of seconds. And then if it is Tuesday and 2 a.m., maybe we don't need that much, and we can scale down with nobody noticing really. Also, laziness is one of the things that we use to keep the platform safe. We make sure that all the bits that can be automated are automated. So for example, if we want to deploy a new release, if we have a new version of the platform, if we want to monitor data, if we want to see if any computer went down or maybe the networking is working properly, we make sure to have programs, to have these robots to check on the platform and to notify us if something is happening. So laziness is good for engineers. Also, we make sure to recover from errors automatically. How does this happen? Well, the DLP platform is stored across 3 data centers. What that means is that we can operate even if some of those data centers might go down, if one computer goes down, if 2 data centers go down, and maybe the third one is at half capacity, we make sure that nobody will notice any outage. The users will be able to use the digital ID because we can recover from errors automatically. So the traffic will be redirected to the healthy machines. And of course, then we will investigate what happens. But on top of technology, what really drives this team is passion. We care about our customers. We care about the project. We want to use the best techniques because we are really interested in making this a success. And to sum up, we, as the DLP team, we try to make sure that the DLP data is safe and is always available, even if it is under attack.
So I'll just introduce the team quickly. So we've got our director Rahul, so Adrian, Vanu, Jack, are you around? So there's Jack, and there's Peter as well, who's part of our team. So just, if anyone has any question and we don't have time to cover them today, just come and have a chat with us. We'll share these slides with everyone. We do have a workplace page as well. If anyone has any ideas of digital or licenses you'd like to see digitized, or anything we can help you with, any questions you have, just come to us. So we'll just open for a couple of questions now. If anyone has any questions.
So if I take a screenshot of the license, can I take that and use that and show?
I believe that's not going to be. Maybe you want to answer that.
No, so with the DDL, the digital driver license has the hologram. So the hologram is one of the security features, so it won't work on a screenshot. And the QR code is only valid for 5 minutes. So that's one of the other security features. So yeah, you have to have a active driver license, but you don't need an internet connection because we actually encrypt the DDL and store it for offline use as well.
So there is extra security that the mobile team is also bringing within the application on top to what's done in the platform. Is there any other question?
The licenses you mentioned, there was 6 or so that are currently in production. Is the license individual for each of those license type, or is it a single license with a different authority level associated with each one? So you got a C-class license and a Fisher's license and a responsible service of alcohol in one license, or is it 3 licenses?
I believe it's 3.
It's 3.
Yeah.
It's 3 licenses, so they're not integrated like Vivo.
So if they're linked through the Service New South Wales.
You get access through the application. The mobile application gives you access to all the different licenses.
Any other questions?
What's the vessel? So one of the ones you showed
so
was
vessel
vessel, which is
registration.
coming up.
Yeah, sure.
So that's not a license; it's actually a registration.
So on the mobile application, it shows as boat registration. On our platform, it shows like any other license. So we do provide the same set of APIs like if it was a license. So for us, it doesn't matter if it's registration or a license. We do provide the same set of tools for the mobile app to call us.
So maybe we should call it something with licensing and
We have a
registration
competition,
platform.
we have a competition
naming
on the
competition.
industry, yes.
We find a name for that because
so-
it's permits licenses.
Yeah.
This is very interesting. In a few many years ago, we did a lot of analysis on what a license is. So entitlements, license, registration, authority, permit, certificate. I think there are a few others. So, but essentially they all fall in the same category, and in terms of technical information, they're all very similar.
So we call that entitlements. Any entitlements you make.
But in the cool name, not a
Entitlements platform.
I've got a question. What is other states doing? Are we the pioneer of this?
So South Australia has been the first one.
The betas. But we're doing it better.
Good answer. With all the licenses, if you're in a remote area and if you're offline, can you still access them, or you need internet for everyone?
So I believe if you've already had your license generated once, you should be able to access a cached version. So we're working on that with RMS at the moment to be able to work on some system of push notifications, so they would be able to tell us if the license has been updated on their system, and if it has, sending to the mobile app notification that the license is being changed. It's not what's displayed on the screen anymore. So we're working on that. Thank you.